Tonight's the last night at my apartment. I'm really going to miss this view. So it's the last week of us being in this apartment and everyone's starting to pack. And so, it's starting to get a little bit empty. This air conditioner making a noise. So everything that's heavy is inside this bag, suitcase. And as you can see, there's a lot of empty hangers now. I brought a bag here when I couldn't get my stuff going home for winter break, so I'm putting a suitcase within a suitcase. And so there's a lot of other miscellaneous things. All that's left really are the shirts, toiletries, and undergarments, and all these stuff. And I still have my backpack and a duffel bag. Yeah, there were some pretty good times in this apartment, but I'll be moving into my friend Mario's place. In the meantime, hoping to get a regressor to come back here, and hopefully coming back next year.
Several days later.
What about the pantry one?
If you can have room in your bag to bring it.
That's
okay.
good, don't worry.
Sure. A few days after moving into Mario and Isabella's apartment, we planned a trip to Valencia. Trains and flights were a little expensive, so we got a BlaBlaCar, which is kind of like a long-distance taxi. It's used throughout Europe and it's really cheap. The driver is already planning on going to your destination, so it's convenient for everyone and they'll drop you off at an agreed location. Our meeting point with our driver is at Atocha, so we're taking the one to Atocha right now. He told us to meet up by where the creepy baby heads are, so I think these are it. In the car and on the way to Valencia. We had one other person with us, already asleep a few minutes in. Good night, sweet prince. Pit stop. This rest area was pretty big. There's a decent sized store and a tiny restaurant. wind turbines everywhere. Dark skies coming in. Almost there. We got dropped off kinda near the center, and we got a taxi with the person who was in the blah blah car with us because we were all trying to go to the center. On the way to our hostel to drop off our bags and meet up with Isabella and our friend Jessica. Seafood for dinner.
Yep.
Dot?
Underscore.
Actually just found it. There's no dot.
It's under.
Going to find breakfast, and there was a rally going on. Police had to block off the street for the rally. Typical Spanish breakfast with a bocadillo and a coffee. The stores here had cannabis-infused alcohol, but we didn't get any. The beach is kind of far from where we're staying, so we got a taxi. It's been so long since I've been to the beach. A good amount of people here. It's so nice seeing all the blue and sand. I miss the sounds of the waves. Golden hour at the beach. The next day, we decided to visit some buildings. Here's the Coliseum they used to do bullfighting back in the days. Palm trees all over Valencia, kind of like Florida. We found a restaurant that has a really good menu del dia called Boulevard 63. It was around 12 euros for this huge paella for a starter, and another huge plate for your main. I got fish with fries, but there was also steak and other yummy foods. And it also comes with a drink, and at the end, you get to choose either a coffee or dessert. Very typical menu del dia, but this place had a lot of food compared to most places. Now we're on our way to my favorite part of Valencia, the Ciudad de las Artes y las Ciencias, or the City of Arts and Sciences, where a lot of people go to take pictures of the buildings with a nice architecture. The first building we saw was the Palau de las Artes Reina Sofia, a cultural center. Next to it is a nice park where usually there's people, but it's so hot that everyone's hiding from the sun underneath the Palau. Kinda looks like a stormtrooper helmet. The water around the building is very clear blue too. Making our way to the Hemispheric, an iconic Valencian building that's an IMAX theater. More water surrounding the Hemispheric, and here you can usually rent a boat or a big ball you can go in to walk around the water, but it's COVID season, so they're not doing that right now. Like most cities around Europe, Valencia has a name block, good for taking pictures. Here's the Museu de les Sciences Príncipe Felipe, a science museum. Pretty cool bridge. The architecture here is just so amazing. Of course, there's an El Corte Inglés here. And we wanted to escape the heat, so we went in, and it was probably the best air conditioner ever. Getting some snacks for the beach, and I thought it was cool to have the bottles hanging like this. At the beach again. Sunset at the beach round 2. It's time to say goodbye to the beach. I'll definitely miss it here. Cool boat. For dinner, we went to La Otra Parte Taberna, a nice seafood restaurant by the beach. We got salmon, stuffed mushrooms, mussels, and dessert.
Tastes like ceviche,
Really?
but it's chicken. Me?
It's like horse.
Oh, I get it. The shot has a lot of good seasoning on it too.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Looks good though with all the nuts and everything.
Saying goodbye to our nice hostel. Here are the beds. Here's the view from the window. The closet. Hanging rack. Here's the kitchen, but most of the stuff we couldn't use because of COVID. The lobby area. From here, we're splitting up to get to our BlaBlaCar pickup spot. Goodbye, Valencia. Quick greenery. Lots of traffic on the way to Madrid. Pit stop. Not much here compared to the pit stop on the way to Valencia besides this hotel. A plane! A rare sight indeed. We're outside the center of Madrid. Feels good to be back in Madrid. Home, sweet home. And that's been vlog number 15. Thank you for watching.